Hello there, my name is Ben. Welcome to Craft and Conquer, the channel where we build duct tape weapons, paint and play with miniatures, and share writing tips. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make a do-it-yourself custom ship token for one of my favorite miniature games, Star Wars Armada. This tutorial will come in handy if you have homebrew ships that you want to put on the table, or if you simply don't have enough ship tokens for the models that you do own. So let's check it out. Punch it, Chewie! All right, I have here in front of me all the materials you're going to need to make your custom ship token for Star Wars Armada. Let me go over them real quick. You'll need some simple tools that you can find around the house. You'll need a pair of scissors, a pen, some craft glue, an X-Acto knife, packing tape, clear packing tape. Right here, this is called greyboard or chipboard, and this is that thin piece of cardboard that you find on the back of those ruled notebooks. In addition to those things, you will need pictures of the ship token you are desiring to make, and I just scanned them in on my scanner, both sides of the ship token on glossy paper, and then just printed it off on my printer. You also need an official ship token. Doesn't matter which one, you just need it as a template for the size. So I'll just go ahead and use a Munificent. So the first thing you're going to do, now that we have our materials all prepped and ready to go, is take your printed copies and you're going to cut them out. Okay. Just a little note, when you are printing these off on your computer, make sure the print settings print them at 100%. After I'm done printing, I like to make sure they're the same size of my cardboard, which in this case, they most certainly are, with everything matching and lining up perfectly. The next step, once you have those cut out, is to use your X-Acto knife and cut out these white squares. Right. Again, after I'm done cutting them out, I like to just make sure that our squares line up, and if not, you can do any trimming that you need to. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Those all cut out and ready to go. It's time to take one of your official tokens and lay it down on your chipboard so you can get an accurate size of the size of that template, that base. And then I'm just going to take my pen and trace it. With that traced, I'm ready to cut. All right, on the home stretch here, scissors are just one way to do it. I've done it with industrial paper cutters. I'm sure you can use a Cricut or a Silhouette machine. But in a pinch, scissors do just fine. And then I cut out this little square part with my X-Acto knife. And then I double check, make sure everything lines up, which it does. Now we're ready to assemble the actual token. What you'll do first is you're going to take your craft glue and you put a thin layer. Doesn't have to be a lot. Make sure you get the corners. Make sure you get around the hole there. All right, once you have a good amount, you're going to spread it with your finger. It's going to sandwich the chipboard with these scanned copies that you made. Okay, and then you'll do the same for the other side. When you're putting on the second photo paper, make sure you're doing it on the right side so those ship silhouettes match. Now we're going to let that dry. Doesn't have to dry for long. I like to put something heavy on it, a book, with a piece of paper, so if the glue spurts out, the glue gets on the paper and not the book. So I'm just going to let that sit for about 5 minutes until the glue sets, and then we will finish by laminating it with some clear packing tape. All right, I think that's enough time. There she blows. So what I like to do from here is I like to laminate it, and I usually just laminate it with some basic clear packing tape. Just going to use this and take a strip out, overlap it, and gently place it over, and then work out your bubbles. Cut it And then repeat. The middle portion, overlapping that tape just a little bit, working out the bubbles. I've been using this method for a couple years now, and they have all held up beautifully with all the wear and tear. With that taped, just use your X-Acto knife and cut along the side of the cardboard as close as you can get. And then I use my X-Acto knife and trim up all the extra. All that's left is to tape the other side. All right, so both sides have been taped. Had a couple air bubbles in there that I couldn't get out, a couple wrinkles. Make sure when you do that step, just go slowly and as careful as you can. The last thing you need to do is just cut out this square of the tape. And now the moment of truth. I always test it out to make sure that I have the right fit with the chipboard. If it doesn't fit, use your X-Acto knife and just shave off the edges that need to be trimmed down, and it should be good to go. There you have it.